No, you must be in the front row. I'm not going to be up close person to see. Okay. So you in the front row. Same old, same old.
Gardner, the team has talked about, that this is a battle. I'm curious, what do you feel like you have to do to differentiate yourself from Aidan to win the job?
I don't know, man. I think the big thing for whoever's out there, we got to take care of the ball. I think that's going to be a big part of our success. I think we're going to count on our defense this year and just distribute the balls to the playmakers that we have. I think if we take care of the ball, and I think that's the case for pretty much everybody in the league, you can win.
How have you felt that that's gone for you in particular?
I think it's been really good, man, especially since we put the pads on. I think we've had some really good work against the defense, and they do a good job giving us all kinds of different looks, mixing it up. They got playmakers over there. I think it's been awesome, man, and I think we've really grown as an offense and are starting to figure out who we are.
When you look at that defense, you're obviously a really good defense. You look at what they're able to do. Does that create a recipe for you guys to win, kind of leaning on that defense, leaning on your run game, and you guys, like you said, taking care of the ball, taking advantage of those playmakers?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you win the turnover battle, you win like 75% of your games. So, just starting there, is huge for us. And then you have a defense that when they're playing at their, capacity, they can really shut people down, So really that becomes even more important. Just playing complementary football and understanding what we are as a team.
Has there been a difficulty of not having 17 around for a few days, or is it giving you, a chance to work with some other guys?
I mean, you certainly miss them, but I think it's been a great opportunity for other guys to get in and get some real reps and to step up. I think we feel great with our whole crew out there. All of our receivers have been making big plays. Tight end group is awesome. Running backs even getting out, running the ball and catching the ball. I think it's been a good opportunity for everybody to kind of get going and find their place in the offense.
How much do you feel Max Crosby out there?
No, you feel him, you hear him. He's always trying to touch you. It's kind of his thing. But no, he's awesome, man. He makes an impact, and as long as he's doing that on Sundays, man, we're gonna be in good shape.
What were your takeaways from the scrimmage on Saturday night?
Takeaways. Kind of the same things we've been working on camp. You turn on the scrimmage, but it's another practice for us. It was a good competitive opportunity. Under the lights, felt like a high school jamboree a little bit, which is fun. But man, I think it's the same things we've been building towards the whole time. I think we're starting to find out what our identity is as an offense, what different guys can do, how we can put them in positions to succeed. And that process has been a lot of fun.
Hey, Gardner, how much do you think the preseason performances will dictate what happens with the decision for the starting job?
Oh, I have no clue, man. It's not my decision. So.
How excited are you to get to play a different defense than these guys?
Yeah, no, I mean, I love playing preseason football. Any chance to get out and play is awesome, and I think with the guys we have, it'll be a lot of fun. A chance to go out and make plays and hopefully win.
We were talking about the scrimmage earlier. Were you surprised when there was some contact with Max hit you at one point?
I mean, it was like a full contact, live scrimmage, so no.
How have you approached preseason in your career? And this is maybe your first real opportunity to fight for the starting job in camp. That was the declaration. So do you approach preseason any differently, knowing that that's what's at stake?
No. If there was a better way to approach it, I'd have been doing that. But I think it's all a process to get better. Whether you're in a competition or not. I believe I can play in this league. If I get better, I can play really well in this league. So if I continue to get better, I'm going to put myself in the best opportunity, and that's all I can really control.
Gardner, I know it's preseason, but it's an actual game, and as you mentioned, going against a new defense and finding out your identity. What is it that you're actually looking to accomplish on Saturday?
Win, do that, score, take care of the ball. And I think it's all an opportunity, to kind of figure out what we are, what we're about, and build confidence going into the year.
What is that identity? You mentioned that a couple of times, that you're finding your identity. What is the Raiders' identity offensively in your mind?
Yeah, I think it's going to be dishing the ball out, getting our guys in space, running. We got some guys that are awesome after the catch, doing that, heavy run game, play action with it, and just really having a balanced attack, and balance with run pass, balance with multiple people touching the football. I think that's what's going to be good for us.
How is this offense taking advantage of your ability to move around a little bit in the podcast?
Yeah, it's good, man. I like, some of the play action, some of the boot game stuff is good. I think all that sets up well, and it's stuff that's a lot of fun for me.
We ask you a lot about practicing against Max and Christian guys up front, but Jack Jones seems to have taken his game to a kind of a different level. What's it like practicing against him, and how difficult does he make it out there?
No, he definitely has a nose for the ball, man. He's kind of a wild card. Even though the coverage by the book, he can play a little different, read things and pick things up. He's a smart player that has good instincts, so you always kind of have to be aware that he'll probably get involved in the play if it's on his side.
How difficult has that secondary been in general, just to complete some passes and some explosive plays in particular?
Yeah, no, they're doing a good job, man. I like, safeties are vets. Jack's been doing great. Nate, nickel, super smart, savvy dude. JB on the outside's so fast. It's a great group and an awesome challenge every day to go out there against them.
How unique of a safety blanket, I guess, is Brock Bowers when he's screaming across the middle for you and you're rolling out?
He's awesome, man. All these guys that you can get the ball to and they can turn 2-yard passes into explosive gains. That's huge, man. And that's things that really keep your offense on track. And you get explosives like that, then you're turning drives into points. And look forward to him especially, but a lot of guys in the room that can do that for us.
How do you believe your offensive line has really been trying to hold up and develop so far as camp has progressed?
I think it's been good, man. I think a lot of the communication's gotten tight, man. That's a huge thing is the offensive line group. Those guys 5 as 1, being able to communicate, pass off different looks. And we've seen every look from our defense. So, I think that's great preparation for heading into the year. And I think we should have a lot of confidence with our group.
Seems like it's been a good battle between you and Aidan. The relationship's good, but is it hard on a daily basis not to say I was better than him today, he's better than me? Is it keep score in your mind like that?
No, I'm honestly just trying to compete against myself. If I can get better, I'm gonna be all right.
All good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gardner.
Hey guys, how we doing?
You talked about yesterday about this. Nobody's really differentiated themselves in the quarterback battle yet. I'm curious, in your mind, what do you have to do to win this job?
Yeah, I think obviously every day there's good days, there's bad days. I think just be more consistent for myself. I'm just, like I said last time, just trying to go out there and execute the best I can every time with every play. And, there's a lot of factors that go on out there and who you're playing with, what the call is, the coverage, and all those things. And so you kind of got to tune all that out, take it into account, but tune it out and just try to, execute the best play possible.
Is one of those factors the defense you're going against on a daily basis?
For sure, yeah. We got guys flying around out there. Guys have been in the system for a few years now, and the sky's been better. And they've showed us really every coverage so far, which has been really good work for us. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of making practice as hard as possible, making walkthroughs difficult mentally for us, just so we can, that's stealing reps for the quarterback. And so I'm trying to, like I said, make practice as hard as possible, have the most challenging look, so that you can try to make the game easier.
In this kind of situation, is it difficult to move from one play to the next if the play before the outcome wasn't, up to your standards or what you wanted it to be?
Yeah, for sure. I think you want to stop and dissect it right there and figure out what went wrong. And sometimes you know it right away, sometimes you don't. But yeah, I think and that's not unique to our team or this situation, but you want to fix the bad plays quickly and move on, and then just keep executing the good plays.
What do you do to mentally push yourself to say, forget it, just go on and move on?
Yeah, I think there's really no other choice. It's each play has enough, mental really stimulation for the quarterback that you have to lock in on that play. And, the call's coming into my helmet, fortunately, so I have to move on. I quite literally have to think about the next play and think about what's coming up.
What's your sense in how much the preseason performances will weigh in the ultimate decision for the starting job?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Really not sure how they're going to go about doing that, and it's not my decision. And so just trying to, like I said, there's days of practice before our first preseason game, so trying to execute in practice tomorrow and in our jog through the next day, and just trying to take it day by day. And I think that's what it takes to try and play your best ball.
After the season, AP told you he wanted you to be more vocal, and today there was twice where I could hear you talking to guys, once after a penalty, once after a route that wasn't run. Is that something that you specifically you've been having to work on, or is it coming naturally to you now?
I think it comes pretty naturally. I think, I've said before, it's really hard as a rookie. I found it really hard to do that, especially with the situation I was put in. And so, yeah, I'm definitely more comfortable now with the guys. I feel like I'm actually friends with my teammates, and, during your rookie year, you're trying to just figure it all out. And so it's good to grow relationships and now know guys better, know how to communicate to certain guys better, and I think, all that factors in.
When you look at that defense, it's obvious that it's pretty good. Can you see a kind of a recipe developing for how to win here, relying on that defense to run game, and you guys just taking care of the ball against the play?
Yeah, I think, of course, they played so well at the end of the season. I think, the thing about the Chiefs game, specifically at the end of the year, how well they played against such a good offense. And, yeah, they kept us in a lot of games and won us a lot of games. And so, it's the quarterback's job to take care of the football in any sense, whether your defense is really good or whether it's not. But we're lucky to have a really good defense, and it definitely makes life easier for us.
Aidan, you mentioned that as a rookie, it's difficult for you to go out and talk to your players and everything. This second year, you continue to be quarterback number one. How do you feel you're coming out as a leader for this offense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be the same guy every day, really. And again, it's a unique position. You're have good plays, you have bad plays, and I'm not rooting that Gardner would have bad plays, because if he has good plays, normally our offense is having good plays, and so that's part of my role and part of being a teammate on a team sport team, and so just trying to do my best to support the guys, encourage the guys, and just try to lead them the best I can.
Along those same lines, I asked Gardner the same thing, but is it hard not to, at the end of the day, score like, I was better than him today, he was better than me today? Like, that would be like a human nature thing, I feel like.
It's, definitely somewhat, but I think, we're both in the same meetings together, we're both lifting together, doing a lot of the same stuff together, and we're going against the same defense, and so we're looking for certain looks on each play, and so you can't help it when, even if you're not in, when we execute a certain play versus a certain coverage that we've been hoping for, just to be happy that it went on schedule and went how we hoped it would. So yeah, it's back and forth. Again, it's obviously a unique role and it's a unique business.
How much pressure would you say that you put on yourself, to really compete well in this competition? Or do you feel like this is very comparable to other experience you've always had to go through in the quarterback position so far?
Yeah, I think I've been lucky to be in different competitions. Obviously, this is my first time at this level, but I think what happens early in your life prepares you for what happens later, for sure. My dad taught me that, and so You know, in high school I had to compete, and in college basically every year I had to compete, and now doing the same thing. And again, it's definitely unique in the NFL, but I'm definitely thankful I had to go through those times.
Your younger receivers are getting more reps this camp. Anyone stood out to you or kind of surprised you as far as the growth the last few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I hit Ramel a bunch in the scrimmage, and we've been throwing to Ramel a bunch. I think DJ Turner has really impressed me so far. He works so hard, super smart kid, and I mean, plays every play. We've had a bunch of clips where the run's backside, and he's all the way on the other side of the field, and he's running across the field to go clean up a block or do whatever. So we have a lot of guys. I think Luke's done a great job of instilling that culture into our receivers of, you know, finishing the plays. When you catch the ball, try to go score. And so there's a lot of guys I can mention, but those two come to mind.
Luke's doing a lot of things to create offense. I'm curious what your thoughts are on his offense.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far. It's a lot different than what I did last year, but obviously this tree is, you know, successful around the NFL, and so it's been fun to hear him. And, you know, during OTAs it was kind of just install as much as possible and kind of go out there and figure out. But now we're seeing these plays for the second, third time, and so it's been cool to see, you know, his ideas, him pull up clips from past teams and situations about how they've succeeded, and so it's a super fun part to get to learn that part of it.
With Devontae not being here, obviously you get more opportunities for other receivers, but is there kind of a fine line there? But you still need him out there, especially still installing a new offense, quarterback competition, things like that?
Yeah, we definitely miss Tay. I mean, he's not just a great player, but a leader for us, and so wish he was out here, but obviously he's having a baby, so not mad at him at all, and hoping for smooth delivery and everything. But yeah, it's, you know, you want as many reps as possible. He's a guy that sees the game in a very unique way, and so for him, even, you know, I think we miss him a lot on the field, but especially in the film room, to hear what he's saying for each route, each concept. Obviously, playing in this offense before, you know, it's just part of it.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm these are back in my knee having a certain goal. The other ones are right in there.
They're in a left right.
Yeah, one more guy coming. I actually need to.
Yeah, we're both driving separate.
I got to get to.
Oh, you did? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, back tomorrow?